Welcome to The Explainer. We're diving deep into some wild fan theories today to get at the real heart of One Piece. And let me tell you, it's not just about finding a treasure. It's about a war. A war for the very dawn of the world that's been going on for 800 years.
All right, let's get right into it. Now, you probably think of One Piece as, pirates versus Marines, good guys versus bad guys. Simple, right? But what if I told you the fan theories point to something way deeper? The real fight, the one that's been brewing under the surface this whole time, is ideological. It's a clash between two huge ideas, absolute wild freedom on one side and absolute total stability on the other. So just think for a second, what if that is the true war at the heart of One Piece? The one that caused the Void Century, the one that's still pulling the strings in the world today. We're not talking about a battle for gold, we're talking about a war between two philosophies, and honestly, both of them might be equally dangerous.
So, let's break this down. First up, we've got the world's ultimate jailer, Imu.
Now, here's where the theories get really interesting. They suggest Imu isn't just some cackling villain who wants power for power's sake. No, they paint a picture of Imu as a necessary tyrant, someone who genuinely believes that absolute, crushing control is the only thing preventing the entire world from literally blowing itself up. And to get why they'd think that, we gotta go way, way back.
So, the story goes that there was this incredible ancient kingdom, right? Hyper-advanced, a technological marvel. And they had this power source, the eternal flame. Think of it like a cheat code for reality, limitless, clean energy. But, as these stories often go, they got arrogant, they pushed it too far, and their misuse of this power, well, it broke the planet. We're talking a cataclysm so massive it completely changed the face of the world. And who saw all of this go down? Imu. They witnessed this apocalypse firsthand and walked away with one bone-deep conclusion: humanity just can't be trusted. We're too selfish, too greedy, you give us limitless power, we'll destroy everything. So, from Imu's point of view, freedom doesn't equal happiness. Freedom equals extinction. The only way to survive is through absolute control.
And this is where the fan theories just blow my mind, honestly. People have dug so deep into this. Take Imu's full name, Nerona Imu. Sound familiar? It's linked to the Roman Emperor Nero, a guy some people literally thought was the Antichrist. Then you have other connections to ancient myths, like jealous sea gods or primordial chaos dragons. It all paints this incredible picture of a being who sees themselves as the one true god, holding back the endless chaos of humanity.
Remember Doflamingo's big secret? That treasure in Maria Joyce that could let someone rule the world? Well, put two and two together. The theory is that treasure is the ancient weapon Uranus, and it's the very tool Imu uses to keep their boot on the world's neck.
Okay, so that's the side of stability. Now let's talk about the other side of the coin, the champion of freedom himself, the legendary Joyboy. So if Imu is the world's jailer, Joyboy is the great liberator. He's the embodiment of that mysterious will of D, right? That inner fire that pushes people to be free. Truly, authentically, unapologetically free. His dream wasn't just about breaking shackles. It was about freeing people's minds from fear, from prejudice, from all the things that hold us back.
And what was his grand plan? To bring back that same eternal flame. But not for power or conquests like the ancient kingdom. Nope, he wanted to give that power away to everyone. Imagine a world with no hunger, no war, where every single person has the energy and the means to be completely free. It's a beautiful, incredible dream.
And here's the absolute crux of it. From where Imu is standing, Joyboy's beautiful dream, it's a doomsday device. It's a plan to flick the switch on the same apocalypse that almost ended the world once before. You see, this was never just good versus evil. This was a war of ideas, with the fate of the entire planet hanging in the balance.
And caught right in the crossfire of these two titans. One woman, Queen Nefertari, Lily of Alabasta. Okay, so Lily was one of the OG founders of the world government. She was there from the start, but then she did something unthinkable. She seems to have switched sides. She betrayed Imu and the other kings by helping Joyboy, scattering his history across the world on those indestructible poneglyphs. And right after she did it, poof, she vanished, never seen again.
And that act of betrayal, it clearly left a mark. We're talking an 800-year-long obsession. Imu keeps a giant portrait of Lily and is now laser-focused on her descendant, Vivi. It's creepy, right? It makes you wonder what really happened to Queen Lily all those years ago.
All right, let's talk devil fruits for a second. We all know about the Up fruit's ultimate power, the perennial youth surgery. It's how Imu is probably still around after 800 years. But what if that's not the only trick it has up its sleeve? Because it has another ability, a much, much darker one, the personality swap.
Okay, buckle up because this is where the theories go off the rails in the best way. What if the original Saint Nerona Imu, a man, used the Up fruit to steal Queen Lily's body? Think about it. It would explain everything. The immortality, the creepy obsession with her portrait and Vivi, and even why Imu has that feminine silhouette but is still called Saint Imu. It's a wild idea, but it kind of fits, doesn't it?
So this ancient war left behind some pretty serious party favors. I'm talking about the 3 ancient weapons, the ultimate trump cards in this 800-year-old game.
And this table breaks down what we think we know. You've got Pluto, a monster warship. Poseidon, a mermaid princess who can command sea kings. Pretty straightforward. But then there's Uranus. The theory is that it's a flying battleship, but with a terrifying catch. It runs on the user's life force. It literally eats your soul to fly. And suddenly it makes perfect sense why Imu would need that eternal youth surgery, right? To have an infinite battery for the most destructive weapon in existence.
And who walks onto this stage 800 years later? Our boy Monkey D. Luffy. He's got Joyboy's will, he's got the Nika fruit, he thinks he's just out there having an adventure, but he has no idea. He has stumbled head first into the middle of this ancient war, and whether he knows it or not, he's here to finish it.
But here's the thing about Luffy. He's not a philosopher, right? He's not going to sit around debating freedom versus stability. Luffy fights for one reason and one reason only, his friends. And he'll do whatever he thinks is right in the moment, consequences be damned.
And that brings us to a really scary prophecy. Madame Shirley's vision that Luffy, our hero, is going to be the one who destroys Fishman Island. I mean, that sounds insane, right? Why would he do that? But what if he has to?
Think about it. Fishman Island. It's not just a place, it's a symbol. It's a beautiful cage, but a cage nonetheless, built out of centuries of fear and oppression. The theory goes that it's just like Arlong Park. Luffy had to tear that place to the ground to really truly free Nami. And maybe he has to do the same thing to Fishman Island to finally free its people and let them live in the sun.
And that leaves us with one last massive question. To give the world the absolute freedom that Joyboy dreamed of, does Luffy have to break it first? Does he have to shatter the fragile piece that Imu has held together for 800 years and risk starting that apocalypse all over again? To bring the dawn, does he have to burn the world down first?